A couple things to look at. Let's go here. Actually, I'll go the other way to make it easier. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you. I got YouTube up there right now. I was gonna go to my YouTube video for class, but I think I'll go through Google Classroom instead. Okay, so I adjusted the way that I do the videos. So the videos will be a little different. Before I would post different videos for every section of what we did. But now to make it a little easier, what I've done, so if we go to like here, this is the video from Tuesday. So what you can do is click into this video. And then once the video pops up, it doesn't work like this. Make sure you click here. Go to YouTube to see it. If you see it on here, it doesn't give you everything that you want. So what you want to do is go to YouTube to see it. So click on this button here, okay? Instead of looking at it in the Google Classroom because it doesn't show you everything. Okay. So now what I want you to see on here is down at the bottom. Can everybody see? Everybody let me know. Hold on.
Yes, you can see it.
Okay. All right, so everybody, just so we know, down at the bottom of the screen, you have your little view thing, right? Now, what I want you to notice is at the bottom, what I've done is divided the video into pieces so that when you see the video, like if you're like, okay, I missed just the first part of class, or I missed the second part, maybe something happened, you can look at the bottom and it tells you, like, this is reviewing the Edpuzzle assignment, right? You see that title right there? If I move to this part, it says start vocabulary assignment on slide 3. This one says Northwest Ordinance 1787, question 1, slide 4. So all of this section is talking about that. It's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes talking about one section. So if you're like, hey, I missed slide 4, I missed this assignment, you can go to the YouTube video for that day and find, like right here, this is slide 6 that I'm talking about. This is talking about the class discussion. This is the information for the Land Ordinance of 1785. This is the Land Ordinance of 1785 and question number 11. And this is the reviewing the assignments for today. Okay? So what this should help you do is if you're ever like looking for something in class that you missed, and you're like, I don't understand something, and you can't find me, or you can't find another teacher, you can always go to the video and find the spot. Because I know like if we have a 40-minute video, it's super long, right? So let's go ahead then. I'm going to get out of here. Okay, so what I'd like for you to do, let me see here. Who understands how to find the video and how to use it? Unmute, let me know. And Hector, I know you're here. Let's unmute. Say hello. Yalian, I didn't get a nice hello this morning yet. But let's go ahead and unmute. Tell me, do you understand how to get to the video and use the video?
So we click in the link in this line to get to the YouTube and watch the video.
Yeah, and what we'll do is just, if you're curious about it still, let's go ahead and walk through it one more time.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. But let's just make sure everybody's out there. Hector, Yalian, Grovin. I know Cheetah said hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's have, let's see. Let's have, who wants to share their screen with us, and then we'll walk through having somebody else do it for us now to kind of show us how to find it. Who's a brave soul? And we'll help you find it. You won't have to do it by yourself. We'll help you, but just so you guys can see another student do it.
I can go.
Okay, Nali, share your screen with us.
Okay.
All right. So step 1 would be
Did you say something?
Yep, so what's step one? What's the first thing you do?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, so go to Google Classroom and find the video from Tuesday. It was December 12th, or December 12th, December 1st, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was the video for 12/1.
December 1st. Right?
Yep, so we want to find the video for December 1st, so 12/1.
Class video?
Yep, so that's the 12/1 class video. That's Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's click into the, yep.
The video. Oh, 43 minutes.
Okay, that'll start playing right away. So we get to here, now you can pause it real quick. We don't want to look at it here. Where do we want to see it?
Oh,
Go back to it, you're good. We want to click somewhere here. We want to click on the thing that says YouTube there so we can bring it up in YouTube instead of bringing it up here. So click on YouTube.
what?
Down in the bottom, it says YouTube. Do you see that little button
Yeah.
on the video?
Yep.
Yep,
This?
click there, yep.
Oh.
So now the video will come up in YouTube and now it has all the functions that I put on there. So now when you see it, it'll load real quick.
Okay.
And then if you
Should we
hover,
continue with that or?
if you take your mouse and go over the progress bar or the timer, right, on YouTube. If you
The
put
timer?
the little, yep, there, right there. Up, up, up. Nope, not that. Nope, not there, not there, not there. Go back. Just move out of there. Right, the little down. There, right there. Up.
This?
The one that goes across the bottom of that goes across the screen that shows you what time it's at.
Oh, wait.
Like that, it's a line that goes across, and as it goes across, it turns red. Yep, see the line right there? So
Yeah.
right there, this shows you can see the titles, right? Go back up. So you can see right there, there's the title for that. There's the next one. There's the next one. So you can see if you just click on that section, you can find that. Also scroll down real quick. So if you're like, hey, I missed this part of the class, I need some information. In the description, it says show more. If you just click on those blue links, it will take you to that part of the video also. So if you're like, hey, this is the part I need, you can also go there. So it's like a chapter in a book. You can find the section in the book that you need.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So everybody else understands that? Let me get it unmute here. Everybody else understands how to use that?
Not yet.
Not yet? Hector, do you understand? Yalian, do you understand how to use that? Groven, do we understand how to use that? Okay, real quick, Cheetah, share your screen with us and show us, and we're going to walk you through. We're going to do one more time, having a student do it, and hopefully it goes a little faster now because we've done it a couple times. So share your screen with us, Cheetah, and we'll show you how to get to it. Perfect. Yep, go to classwork. Perfect. And then we're going to go to the one for 12/1. 12.1, because that's the first of. And maybe I'll change it to say December 1st or something. Maybe make it easier to say that. Yep. Then we click into the video. And we can't see it here. It'll show the video, but we don't get all those chapters and things here. So hit pause real quick, Cheetah. Yep. So now we want to find, I can't look at it here very well. I need to bring it up in YouTube. How do I do that? Go down to where it says YouTube. Do you see where it says YouTube? over to the right one. It says YouTube at the bottom, right? You want to click on where it says YouTube. Yep, click on there. And then we'll open up, see it opens up a new window. Now you're bringing up the video in YouTube, and it's not in Google Classroom, it's on YouTube, so you can see it there. Okay, so now it's loaded, and now if you look at the progress bar at the bottom, Cheetah, that's where it has those chapters. That little part that turns red, yep. So you can see the different chapters right there where you were. Like there's a chapter, it has a title there, it tells you what it is, right? And if you go to the next block, it'll have like a little block. And so that section, that chapter is what I'm doing in that spot for the class, or what the class was doing on that day. Or you can go down to the description down below and click more, show more. And you can also find, if you just click on those blue links, it'll take you to that part of the video also. So if you're like, hey, I need slide 6, I don't understand, you can click on the one that talks about slide 6. Okay. Does that make more sense, Cheetah?
Yep.
Okay, so you can stop your share now. Okay, so again, Yalian, Hector, do we understand how to do that?
What?
Do you understand how to find the videos and how to use the videos better now?
You.
Okay, because again, I broke it up, so now I took the time to put it so that way you can find different things in class and you don't have to watch the whole video if you need just a little bit of information. You could watch like 5 minutes of the video for something you need. Huh?
I need first the videos.
Well, like for example, if you're absent or if you like don't understand something and you can't talk to me, then you can find the video and see like that part of the video that you need.
Okay.
Like if you're working on assignment and you don't understand slide 2, you can find something about that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and share the screen again. Okay, I'm going to exit out of my YouTube here. Again, just to clarify, so here's, you can see the chapter title there, right? And down here also you could find like, oh, I need slide number 6, or I don't understand this question about the land ordinance of 1787. You can just click right here and it will take you to that part of the video. Okay, so that's our video stuff. Let's go on then to today's lesson. Okay. And I saw Nali already had her stuff up, her slideshow up. So on Tuesday, we went over this land ordinance of 1785 and the Northwest Ordinance. We went over those two. And we filled in our worksheet or our slides for that. And then yesterday, all you had to do was just finish the assignments that you didn't have done. So that was these slide numbers, 3, 4, 6, and 11 for number 4 this week. Finish number 3 this week and finish the Google form for number 2. If we don't remember, so here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to finish the last part of these slides. We're going to do a little bit together, then I'm going to give you guys time to work. So I'll bring up these here for you guys to see that you guys are in your slides. Okay, this is number 4 for week 14. Native lands become American lands. I'll bring up yours. I have Cheetah's up. Is she in there? I'm not sure. Let's check and see. I should see Groven in his slides. I should see Hector in his slides. I should see Nali in her slides. And I should see Yalian in her slides. Let's see who's there already. Nali was there, but I don't see her now.
I'm there.
Oh, you're there? Hold on, maybe it's coming up. Give me a second. Mine are all loading up here. Huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I see Yalian and hers. Hector, you need to get to your slides again. Native lands become American lands. This is number 4 for this week. Groven, I need to see you on your slides. I don't see you there yet. Nali, I see you on yours. Great. Cheetah, I see you on yours. Okay, so the first thing, you know where to go, Hector?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get in your slides. I don't see you there yet. Groven, get to your slides as well. All right, let's close this up here. All right, so on Tuesday, we were finishing this up. Yali, and we didn't finish that question up. This was part of, I'm sorry, we did. There, wrong one. Okay. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got this. So, Yalian, please unmute yourself. Share your answer you had for slide number 11. Because we said this question, why are streets and roads in Wisconsin square?
Wisconsin streets or roads are square because the territory was like that. Also, in the past, the territory was divided like that, I think.
Okay, so I like this part you have here, Yalian. You said in the past, oopsie, did I do that? You said here in the past that the land was divided like that. Now here's the question. We did say we want you to use, let me go ahead real quick. We did say we also want you to make sure that you use this red, right here it says you must use this, the red words in your answer. So how could we add this land ordinance of 1785 to our answer? Let's see if anybody else can jump in here, maybe share their answer that they had. Hector, we didn't get number 11 done, and we're still not on our thing yet. Let's get to our slides, Hector. Okay, so anybody help us out? Again, we should have this. If you guys want to look at my screen, you can follow because I'm looking at your slides right now, but we need to have this land ordinance of 1785 in our answer. We need to say that somewhere. So let's see here. All right, so maybe Cheetah. And also we wanted to make sure we want to explain using the map. How does that map on the left, right here, how does this map help us understand that? So Cheetah, tell us your answer to start what you had there. Just the first part.
I got the COHILO for oil company. Like, I don't know to say that.
The oil company.
Oil company.
Well, let's read the answer you have so far. This is the answer you have right here. It says, read that for us.
Wisconsin street or roads are square because land ordinance
Ordinance, yep.
Ordinance of 1785.
Okay, so I like that start. So we're using this. We wanted to make sure we use this word here, right? Everybody can see my screen, I hope. The land ordinance is 1785. We have to use that, and Cheetah did that in her answer. Now, how do we explain using the map? How can we explain this using the map, I wonder? So what I might say is, for example, on the map, I can see that the states are divided into small squares, right? I can see the land is divided into squares. So that's where we notice how we're using, I could say the territory is divided, or the land and territory is divided into squares. So the map shows us that. The map shows us how these parts are divided into smaller squares. Again, that's the goal of this answer, is to be able to explain what's the land ordinance of 1785 and to explain what it did, okay? And we're doing that by thinking about Wisconsin. We're thinking about Wisconsin and the streets and the roads that we have. Remember that picture we showed of like Green Bay? Hopefully you guys can see my screen here. This picture of Green Bay where we see all these streets are really, really square. They cross each other in these nice, neat squares. We don't have a lot of circles like this or triangles, or there are a lot of square roads, right? Here's a square. This one goes this way, this one goes this way, right? It's a lot of even squares going across for the roads. And that's because of the land ordinance of 1785. That's a big reason why our roads and our land looks the way it does, is because they divided the land into square blocks so they could sell it. Okay? All right, I'm going to erase that for right now. All right, so everybody, what I want you to do is, if you didn't get that answer, you should have an answer there in there, or adjust your answer, right, to include that. Like Yali, and we do need to include that in our answer, that this land ordinance is 1785. Same thing, Nali. We should have in there that phrase. And Hector, we still need to get into our slides there if we can. All right, so I want everybody to follow on my screen. I'm going to show you the next part, because this part you're going to have to do a little bit by yourself for these things. So we're going to go over it together, and then you'll have to do a little bit on your own for homework for tomorrow. Okay? We're going to look at the last 5 slides. So look at my screen. Everybody with me? Unmute. Tell me if you're with me.
Hi.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yali and Hector, Groven, you guys with me?
Yes.
All right. Hector, are you with me? Last chance.
Yeah.
Okay, Groven, you with me? Last chance. All right, well, we're going to be going over slide 12, slide 13, 14, 15, and 16. These are going to be your assignment for today. Okay, so the first ones we're going to go over together. What happened here? Why did you do that? Ugh. How do I get that to go down? Okay. All right, so the first one, I'm going to do the first one here together. And I'm on slide 12 right now. So follow mine. Don't go to your screen. Just follow what I'm doing on mine, and then you can answer it later. All right, so what we need to do is read through this. This is our reading right here. We read through this, and then we're going to use evidence from the text to answer this. All right, so it says, how would you feel if your neighbors started building a home in your backyard? Well, let's think about that. How would you feel, Yalian, if your neighbor, if the person who lived next to you started to build a home in your yard? How do you think you'd feel, Yalian?
Mm, I don't know.
Do you live in a house or apartment?
Huh?
Does your family live in a house or an apartment?
In a house.
Okay, so let's imagine your neighbor, the person who lives next to you, comes to your house and just starts building things in your house. How would you feel about that?
Oh. I don't know. That's gonna be so weird.
It's
I
gonna,
think,
it's gonna be really weird, right?
yeah.
And you're probably gonna say the same thing. You're gonna say, hey, that's not fair. That's our property, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it says. That's the way your family would probably feel. You'd feel it's weird. You'd feel like, hey, you can't do that. This is ours. And you would let your neighbors know right away that they can't build on your land. You'd tell them, like, get out, right? It's just like if we were in class and I had a student come in who doesn't belong there, I'd be like, get out, go to your class, right? So then it tells us boundary or property lines separate and protect private land use today in the United States. Wisconsin American Indians believed differently. So now here's what we need to do. It says, what are property lines used for in the United States? And then it tells us to highlight our answer with the blue boxes. So I have two blue boxes here, and I can move them around a little bit. So if I read that, what are property lines used for? Well, I look through here, I see, okay, it talks about property lines right here. What do they do? Well, I'm gonna take this. I see property lines, and it tells me there, oh, property lines separate and protect land use. So I highlighted it. That's step one. I used my highlight. I found the evidence in the text. Now I need to write my answer. And I have here my sentence frame to write that. So I'm going to put right here. Property lines are used to do what? Who can help me answer that? To do what? Based on the evidence I just highlighted, everybody should be looking at my screen. Somebody unmute and tell me what property lines are used to do what?
Separate and protect private and land use today.
And I could add in the United States if I want to add that part. So yes. So that's step one. I just answered that question and I did the two things that I need to do. I need to take the blue things and highlight where I'm finding the answer. And step two is I need to write my answer. Let me move this out of the way. I need to write my answer in the blue box. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions about number one, how we just did that one for slide 12?
Nope.
Okay, let's go on to slide 13. Again, pay attention to my screen because I want to make sure we can do this. We'll do this one kind of together. Notice the reading is the same reading. We're not on a new page yet. This is the same page for slide 13. The question changed though. It said, what did Wisconsin Indians or Native Americans believe differently? Now this one's a little harder. So which part should I highlight, do you think?
The last part, maybe.
Okay, maybe the last part. Let's go ahead and highlight that because notice I like that. Why do you say that, Nali?
It's differently because they had a different idea. I think.
Okay, so it says here, it says Wisconsin, let me get this in here. It says right there, American Indians believe differently, and right here, that's what it says here, right?
Yep.
So I'm using that, but does it tell us what they believe? Does it tell us that part?
No.
No, it doesn't tell us that part. So where's the what here? It tells us the what, but not in that sentence. So where do I find that, do you think? What is it that the Native Americans believed in a different way?
The land belonged to everyone.
Okay.
They-
So where would I find that here? Where would I highlight to tell us what the rest of that answer is? Are we following this, Cheetah, Yalian, Hector, Groven? Are we following this? So we said this is part of our answer. I know that because here's the question. I can see part of that question in the text right there. I found that part, but it doesn't tell us this part. And I tell you, I'm gonna change this highlight color quick so we can kind of maybe play with this a little bit. Let's change it to like a purple, and let's do it like this. Pull this back so we can highlight with a nice purple. Then I can see here, I have my blue part. And then I can see here, I'm gonna use my purple part. Okay, so I have my purple one here. Where is this gonna go? I would say right here, right? Maybe like that. This is the what, and this is the who in the sentence. Or this idea here, protecting private land use. So we could write our answer. Who can tell me how to write that answer? Who can read that frame for me so I can type it in?
Wisconsin, Native American, believe diversity
All right, differently in what?
did, did not believe in protest.
All right, so we'd say this. Now this is the tricky part. I should have said this. I'm sorry. Thank you, Cheetah. So this part here, when I see this slash there, this means I have to choose. I have to choose between believe or did not believe. Which am I going to put?
Did not believe in
Yep.
protect private
Yep.
land.
There we go. So now what we've done is we've found the answer. We've found the evidence in the text. We've highlighted the evidence that we're using, and we've put that together as our answer. Okay? So we have number 12, number 14. Now we have our answers and highlighting with our boxes. Let's do one more here together. All right, now this one's tricky. This one we have three things. Let's look at the question first. What are three things that Native Americans believed about the land? What are three things that Native Americans believe about the land?
Nation, homeland, district.
All right, so Cheetah just saw these blue ones. She's like, those, and those. Maybe not. We'll come back to it one second. Okay, so let's start here. It says most nations in the early 1800s believed that. Let me use this. Let me use my spotlight. Can you guys see my spotlight? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it says most Indian nations, and a nation is like a country. Most Indian nations in the early 1800s believed that all land was a gift from the Creator. The land belongs to all people and could not be bought or sold. Each nation had its own stories about how they came to live in their homeland. Indian nations live on and care for their homelands. using only what they needed. Others were allowed to use the land and its resources too. The fur traders used the land very much as Indians did. They took fur and other resources from the land. But new settlers coming to Wisconsin wanted more than resources. They wanted to own both the land and its resources. They were coming to stay. New questions arose. Whose land was it, anyway? Who had the rights to the resources? The answers to such questions became a turning point in Wisconsin history. Okay. So now what I want to do here is just kind of show us, this is kind of divided into two areas. This, right about here, the paragraph changes a bit and starts to talk about another part. So all of this here is talking about the same idea, but more specific. And this is talking about the same idea, but just, again, they're a little bit different in what they're talking about. This is talking about what did the Native Americans believe. Okay, and this part here is talking about what happened. So now I need to find out, what did the Native Americans believe?
The land belonged to everyone.
Okay, so we said that the land belongs to everyone. Where do we see that? Right there, I see.
The land, yeah.
Okay, so I can take, let me highlight that. Take one of my highlighters here. I need to highlight three things, right? Belongs to all people. So there's one. The land belongs to all people.
It could not be bought or sold.
Okay, I could say it could not be bought or sold, right there. Uh-oh. I can say that. It could not be bought or sold. What else?
It was given from the Creator.
Okay, land was given from the Creator. Okay, any others? I might also say that they cared for their homelands. They used only what they needed. So how many do we have? We need 3, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones. We have 5 different choices that we can use and highlight. So now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and take my highlighter, and I can pick which ones I want to use. I can use this one. I like this one a lot. In fact, I might leave that here. I might copy another one just because it doesn't fit all the way there, so it might be good to do that. I'm going to take this one, put it here. And then I'm going to take this one, that they cared for their homelands. And lastly, they used only what they needed. So we have a bunch of reasons in there. Again, let's put these back up real quick and say we have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here. Now maybe Yalian or Hector or Groven, you guys want to jump in? Tell us, how do we write our answer now? I hear somebody there. How do I write my answer? I'm going to use my frame here to write my answer. Somebody help me out. So we'll put Native Americans believed. Let's hear Yalian, you there? Hector? Unmute and help me type my answer here. Help me tell me what I need to write. I hear somebody.
Was all land was given from the creator.
Okay, that works. Land was given from the creator. Comma. I need to put the next one now. What's next? What else can I choose? I can choose, we did 1. Right, so 1 is gone now. Good. What else? I can use 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one do I want to use?
2.
Okay, let's use 2 then. Tell me.
The land belonged to all people.
Now notice I might change it to past tense there, just because I have past tense up here, but that's okay. If we don't know how to do that, we'll do our best. So I got rid of 2 now. What do I want to use next? Let's change it up. Instead of using 3, let's use a different one.
5.
Okay, sure, let's use 5. And,
what they need.
and
Mhm.
they used only
What they need.
what they needed. Okay. Again, notice how I put those, all the verbs are in past tense there. If you don't do that, that's okay. We're practicing, so we're getting better at that. So now I have my answer. I've answered it. I have evidence that I found myself. And I can see that my answer connects all those pieces of evidence together. For you guys, for tomorrow, I need you to go through slide number 15 and slide number 16 and finish those 2 up. Now the fun thing is, these are exactly the same ones we just read. You're just going to be answering a little bit different question about that. Still finding evidence with your blue boxes and still writing your answer using the frame. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Anybody else, any questions? Everybody good? Tell me. I need to hear voices.
No, I'm good.
You're good? Everybody else good? I need Yalian, Hector, Groven.
Yes.
You're good? Okay. I should see those done by tomorrow when we come to class. Hector, are you good? Okay. And Carlos?
Yes.
I'm going to make you the host right now. I have to go to another class, but could you maybe talk to Groven? He's signed in as a guest right now. He needs to go to his zoom.us account and sign in, and then he needs to click the button to consolidate his account so he can join.
Okay.
You know how do they do that?
I think so. I think I can figure it out.
Okay, yeah, because you need to just log in with Google and then click on it's on the left button. It says consolidate account. And once he does that, he'll be logging in with his Green Bay Schools one, and it should because I guess he's been having some problems logging in. It might help with that to get him logged in, because right now his account is just not. It's set up differently. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go out to the other class. Everybody else have a good day, and yeah, don't forget your homework assignment for tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
Yep. See you.